Ich finde, dass dieser Ort, obwohl er so viel Schlimmes in sich birgt, also so viel schlimme Erinnerungen in sich birgt, eine unglaubliche Schönheit hat. Dieser Blick in die Weite hinaus ins Meer und mit den Bergen im Rücken und dazwischen dieses satte Grün und diese wettergegerbten Bäume, die es irgendwie schaffen, Wind und Wetter zu widerstehen, das hat was Magisches an sich. Und das ist eine unglaubliche mystische Schönheit, die man hier findet.
Hij is op hoor, Wil.
Ja, ik heb hem al.
Okay. He's on his knees.
No, on his knees. Give a bit more. Okay guys, so we'll just stop here to give you a rest. Climatic conditions existed here. That's 3 kilometers away, and these are probably 4,500 years old also. But isn't it interesting to think that there could have been leaves with intersecting lines, and it would be found on rocks like this that do stand over important people.
I love the Lost Valley. I mean, I was born here. I wouldn't care to live anywhere else. The Lost Valley for me is my life, and I enjoy telling the story of the history of the valley. I feel quite passionately that the story of the Irish famine has been suppressed in Ireland. It's not being told, really, you know. I'm not quite sure for the reasons for this, but I feel that these people have a right to have their story told, and so the famine theme tends to feature prominently on the tour. Of course, the tour is also nature orientated and other aspects, but the famine is probably the most prominent feature on the tour, because again, as I have said, I feel quite passionately that the story of the famine, these people deserve to have their story told, you know.
Hier beschreibt ein Zeitzeuge, wie er Menschen angetroffen hat während der großen Hungersnot in Irland. W.J. Bennett. We entered a cabin, stretched in one dark corner, scarcely visible from the smoke and the rags that covered them, with 3 children huddled together, lying there because they were too weak to move. Pale and ghastly, their little limbs perfectly emaciated, eyes sunk, voice gone, and eminently in the last stages of starvation. Crouched over the turf embers was another form, wild and all but naked. Scarcely human in appearance, it stirred not noticed us. On some straw soddened up on the ground, moaning piteously, was a shriveled old woman, imploring us to give her something, baring her limbs partly, to show us how the skin hung loose from the bones, as soon as she attracted our attention. Above her, on something like a ledge, was a young woman with sunken cheeks, a mother, I have no doubt, who scarcely raised her eyes in answer to our enquiries, but pressed her hand upon her forehead with a look of utterable anguish and despair.
All night around the thorn tree the little people play, and men and women passing will turn their heads away. From break of dawn till moonrise, alone it stands on high, with twisted sprigs for branches across the winter sky. They'll tell you dead men hung there, its dark and bitter fruit, to guard the buried treasure round which it twines its roots. They'll tell you Cromwell hung them, but that could never be. He'd be in dread like others to touch the fairy tree. From moonrise round the thorn tree the little people play, and men and women passing will turn their heads away. But if your heart's a child's heart, and if your eyes are clean, you'll never fear the hawthorn tree that grows beyond Dodry Shinny. That's it.
In a country where there's so much rainfall and so many mountains that we would have lots of waterfalls, but they're actually very rare.
Man kann hierher kommen, um das zu genießen, und gleichzeitig ist die Vergangenheit präsent. Also es ist beides, was man an diesem Ort hier vorfindet. Aber man nimmt auf jeden Fall viel für sich mit. Also Dankbarkeit, in einer Zeit leben zu können, in der man erste Weltprobleme haben darf, wo es nicht mehr ums Grundsätzliche geht, zumindest nicht für uns. Also es gibt genügend Menschen auf dieser Welt, die heute noch ähnliche Schrecknisse erleben, und die Dankbarkeit zu empfinden, dass man das selbst nicht teilt, ohne zu vergessen, dass es gibt. Und sich zu schwören, dass so etwas nie wieder passiert. Und das Beste zu tun, dass es allen gut geht. Da haben wir schon ein ganz schönes Stück Arbeit noch vor uns.